Hi, this is Robert Jean here in my kitchen here in Oklahoma, or Yukon actually, and I'm answering questions. So I have another question here. It says, hi Robert, how do you address gambling addiction? And he goes, how do you work on this? Some people play much more than they drink or smoke. That's why casinos give you complimentary drinks and cigarettes while you're playing. Please explain the jackpot effect, if you can. All right, that's an interesting question. Thank you so much. All right, so the jackpot effect. All right, so basically we're talking about how the mind works. You know, of course, the number one coping skill that we have in our world that everyone uses, basically, unless you learn something smarter like FasterEFT and Eutaptics, is how to be emotionally intelligent. Basically, what we do is our brain will actually link up things. You know, you may have heard or may not have heard that things that wire together. All right. Let's say, for example, you know, you're walking through a casino, or you're hanging with people, and you decide to pop some coins or some money into a machine. All of a sudden, you win $10,000. Well, the euphoria and the emotional excitement of winning something with very little money creates a link at the unconscious level. Now the amygdala, what it does, it takes all this information in, the sensations of the body, and it'll restore it in the mind. So now all of a sudden, the brain is operating from this unconscious link. So that means inside the mind of the individual, there's what you call the high or the feel good. Now it's the same way that someone who will, as a small child, grandma comes and sees her, and she takes her to the mall and she buys her nice clothes. All of a sudden she feels so excited and feels so good and feels so happy. Or better yet, you know, you're a young child, you're very poor, you don't have much money, and you go to a church social and they have like a big buffet of all these foods, and so here it is, you're so excited, so delicious, and your stuff. All right, each of these, the unconscious and the amygdala and the whole unconscious mind, is recording and linking things together. Now the weird thing is what happens inside the mind. It fires it off even without you even thinking about it. You know, we see a lot of people who want to lose weight, for example. You know, they try to put food on a diet, or they kind of control food, or exercise until no end. But if inside their mind and the unconscious has all these little links, such as love is food, being accepted, love is connected to grandma, you're lonely, and so if you eat, you're not so lonely because you ate with family members. And so all these little pieces are in the unconscious. It's the same way as gambling. Gambling has its feel-goods. And so what happens inside of the mind of the person, they're feeling bad. Now what drives all bad behaviors, whether it's addictions or smoking or shopping or drugging or sexing or whatever it is that you use to escape your feelings, the unconscious mind has in the background a little link that says, I got your feel good. Now all of a sudden, I call the amygdala I call it the hypnotist. It puts you in the trance, and then you just do stuff. You don't even know why you do it. It just makes you do it. You know, I mean, you probably, you know what I'm talking about as a hypnotist. You know, they take a watch and they'll put you in a trance, and he says, anytime I say the color blue, and only when I say color blue, you're gonna shop. You're gonna gamble. So your brain has this little link when you're feeling down. It says, let's go gamble. And the way to break this is you have to go to how your brain works and know how to fire off something different and dismantle the memory and the physical sensations in the body and put things in its proper place. And knowing how to dismantle the memories and change and rewrite your brain neurologically, then you get real control. I call this direct mindfulness. You know, because a lot of people will go and they'll spend, you know, take a class and will learn mindfulness, and they're going to have you meditate and vegetate and try to focus and try to get into nothingness. But that's nice and it feels good. But when you're out there in the real world and all of a sudden, boom, you feel bad, and you don't have time to sit on the ground or sit down and just try to meditate and vegetate because you got world going on around you. You got to be able to change your feelings and emotions very fast. And that is how to reprogram yourself. Because, you know, a lot of people say, well, I'm stressed out, I'm going on vacation. Well, you're on vacation, you're not at work. But when you go back home, you go back to work, all the programming and all the little sensations are still driving you. So how do you change it? That's the million-dollar question. First of all, learn how your brain works. Secondly, look at the memory and what's driving them, because what's driving them, first of all, is to escape from a bad feeling. And secondly, they have in their mind the feel-good memory, the sensations in their body, the adrenaline rush, or the excitement. Once you put things and pull it out, separate it, all of a sudden, there's what you call harmony in the mind and the body system. You reprogram your mind, rewrite your story. Now I use, you know, Eutaptics, FasterEFT tapping, and we use this and re-imprint memories and put things in proper place. That means you know, there's a logic to it. Logically, you know, it's not smart, it's stupid, it's going to cause you harm, cause you more pain, but your brain has, boom, that feel-good memory. And that feel-good memory, the amygdala, puts you in the trance, all of a sudden you cannot say no because you don't know how to change you. This is what we want to do, is learn how to change your mind. So how do you do this? First of all, you address your memories of pain, stress, and emotions, because you're using smoking, drugs, alcohol to escape your feelings, which it doesn't fix it. So you got to address your stressors and address your memories, give you emotional power, mindfulness, direct mindfulness, and change how you respond to the world. And as you do that, it makes it easy. So one of the things I do is I tap. I write down on a piece of paper, what are my triggers? What makes me feel good? What makes me feel bad? What's stressing me out? What worries me? And then I start changing the memories. Now, of course, I teach how to change a memory. And it's simple, little complex if you don't know what you're doing, and that's why I make it very easy. So if you want to know more, I have on my online course, I have an online course, a free one, 7-day free course. And then there's also, you can change yourself online training, which will help you get control of your mind, which means you'll get control of your life, and also you can end the behaviors. So this is Robert Smith. You can do it. If you need help, you know, first of all, I have practitioners all around the world who can help you rewrite the story, especially my newer trained Eutaptics and FasterEFT trainers. They know what they're doing, and we have really created not only a powerful system, but a very, very effective, direct, logical system. So, peace.